In 1977, the dynamic Oakland Raider organization and their great fans shared a season that began with them as world champions of professional football, a crowning glory for an already unrivaled record of excellence. 4 pressure-packed months later, the AFC Championship game in Denver. The Raiders in the playoffs, the 10th time in 11 years, lost another starter as Fred Biletnikoff injured a shoulder. In street clothes or uniforms, Raider players watched as controversy captured headlines. But neither calls nor injuries are excuses for wearers of silver and black. Not these Oakland Raiders. Challenge is met by contact, intensity, effort, by battling adversity. Throughout that bitter, cold Denver afternoon, the Raiders fought to cut the Broncos' lead. In the fourth quarter, a Ken Stabler pass to tight end Dave Casper narrowed the gap. But the talented Broncos stayed in front 20-10. Yet these remarkable Raiders, pro football's winningest team, never give up. They attacked until the final gun cut them short 20-17. Suddenly, disappointingly, another memorable year of glory ended in a single day of defeat. Despite pain and heartbreak, when the Oakland Raiders and their loyal fans recall 1977, none will ever forget the gallant hours. A thunderous ovation greeted each of the world champion Raiders as they came out for the opener. Special teams led by number 37 Lester Hayes and number 57 Randy McClanahan swarmed the Chargers. Ray Guy's booming punt set up coverage by Charles Phillips and Morris Bradshaw. Pat Toomey, number 67, and Otis Sistrunk, number 60, limited San Diego's offense. Ken Stabler hit Cliff Branch, and the confident Raiders, primed and readied by skillful coach John Madden, opened with a 24-0 shutout. The national sports spotlight shifted to Pittsburgh for the rematch of the 1976 AFC Championship. Prior to this dramatic Raiders-Steeler confrontation, 2 healthy squads calmly exchanged greetings. But hostile Steeler fans wanted no gestures of friendship, for they were on a wartime alert. And war they got. Rowe, Toomey, Rice, Hall, Ted Kwolek, Atkinson helped shatter Pittsburgh's 10-game winning streak in a performance labeled awesome by the press. Oakland's famed precision passing was firing smoothly on all cylinders. Stabler's sturdy protectors included running backs Mark Van Egan and Clarence Davis. Kicker Earl Mann with Dave Hum holding added 9 points, and the mighty Raiders never trailed. On defense, linebacker Monty Johnson, number 58, delivered headaches. Defensive captain Willie Brown, number 24, became the only player to ever intercept passes in 15 consecutive pro seasons. A 16-7 triumph for a dominating Raider team called better than the Super Bowl winner. But tragedy marred triumph. Outstanding starters Phil Villapiano and John Veller were lost for the season. other key players for part of the season. In Kansas City, the Raiders were short 6 key men. But alert safety George Atkinson, number 43, and a combat-ready defense gave Oakland room to operate. A huge Monday night national audience saw Raider offensive mastery as the Silver and Black scored 24 points in 13 minutes. Behind crushing blocking, long a Raider trademark, Van Egan and Davis each topped 100 yards as the defending world champions roared on 37-28. In Cleveland, 80,000 saw Neil Colsey, number 20, and the Raiders playing with controlled fury despite a short week and a third consecutive road game. All scoring was from in close. Mark Van Egan again rushed for over 100 yards as the 26-10 romp was the Raiders' 17th consecutive win over 2 seasons. When the undefeated Denver Broncos visited Oakland, their league-leading defense proved formidable. After an early score by Dave Casper, the Raiders were denied the end zone. Turnovers became touchdowns as Denver went on to win 30-7. Clearly, 1977 would severely challenge the class and courage, leadership and loyalty of every member and fan of this Oakland Raider organization. In New York, 2 ex-Alabama quarterbacks met. But Raider assistants Tom Doms and Lou Erber well knew the Jets would provide competition, not conversation. Stabler to Casper put Oakland up 14-7. But the Jets roared back on an 87-yard score from Richard Todd to Wesley Walker. The New Yorkers increased their lead to 27-14 and held on until the fourth quarter. Calmly, deliberately, astute Raider coach John Madden responded. Stabler to premier wide receiver Fred Biletnikoff brought the tenacious Raiders to within 6, with time running out. This seesaw struggle stirred memories of the Raiders' last New York visit. 1970, just seconds to go, Oakland trailing 13-7. Darryl LaMonica to Warren Wells won that incredible defiance of all odds. Now, as then, the Raiders come from behind tradition would be tested. KGO Radio's Bill King describes the action.
Stabler back, keeps both backs in. He looks, he throws, going deep to Siani. Touchdown Raiders! Mike Siani with a beautiful break to the left corner of the end zone in front of Ed Taylor, and Stabler was on the money. Oakland 28, the Jets 27. And the Raiders have pulled this one out of the fire after a narrow escape at Shea Stadium in New York.
In Denver, the Raiders, 5-1, met the undefeated Broncos on Orange Sunday. But Oakland would be top dog today. John Matuzak, number 72, led the charge as Toomey and Sistrunk helped record 8 sacks. Cut and chop, the Broncos' orange got sliced. Then the meticulously programmed Raider offense went to work.
3 wide receivers on 3rd down and 6. Siani in a slot with Biletnikoff to the right. To the left is Branch. Back to pass Stabler. Throws against the rush. He's got Branch on the 5. Touchdown Raiders. Not a hand laid on him.
Behind offensive captain Gene Upshaw, number 63, Clarence Davis skittered for 105 yards as Oakland controlled and conquered 24-14. And Denver fans headed home, saddened over losing more than just their shirts. After 5 road games in 7 weeks, the Raiders returned to the Oakland Coliseum, hopeful their roster would stabilize for the coming playoff drive. Against Seattle, Oakland special teams were quick and deadly, as Lester Hayes, number 37, was lethal. On defense, reliable Willie Brown, 24, Skip Thomas, 26, and Jack Tatum, 32, helped ground the Seahawks. Van Egan followed 70 Henry Lawrence en route to an AFC rushing title. With precision passing by Ken Stabler to Mike Ciani, number 49, and Fred Biletnikoff, Oakland triumphed 44-7. Next, assistants Oliver Spencer and Tom Flores prepared for Houston, who the week before routed the Chicago Bears 47-0. The Raider defense pressured early with number 74, Dave Rowe, and number 60, Otis Sistrunk, in the forefront. The alert Silver and Black intercepted 4, including this one by Monty Johnson. The defense created breaks, putting the offense in the go position often. Stabler completed 23 passes as the explosive Raiders flashed toward a record 13th consecutive winning season. KGO Radio's Bill King described it this way.
Slot right. Stabler drops straight back. He looks. He rifles one to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown Raiders!
But the Oilers hung in and trailed only 34-29 despite a swarming Raider secondary. Neil Colsey's interception stopped one drive. Then safety Jack Tatum, number 32, ended the drama.
Raiders leading by 5. Back is Pastorini. Time to throw. He drills one down to Johnson. Interception. Oakland. Tatum from the 8 up to the 20, the 25, 30. Got a convoy with Monty Johnson, and he is run down from behind at the 48-yard line. Dan Pastorini came over to make the tackle, and John Madden wipes his sandy brow with a relieved left hand right now.
But there was no relief in San Diego the following week as Ken Stabler joined the injury list. Inspired defense allowed the Chargers only 12 points, with Tatum and Thomas teaming up on this interception. Number 15, Mike Ray, scrambled for the Raiders' only score as Oakland suffered their second loss of the season. Buffalo next, and the Monday night crowd and television audience alike learned again that pride and poise is no idle praise to the Silver and Black. Losses and injuries were forgotten as brilliant coach John Madden rallied his troops. Three times Stabler struck for touchdowns, and there could be no doubt why these Oakland Raiders are perennially feared, respected, and imitated. The disciplined offense planned well and executed perfectly, completely dominating the Bills. The defense led by Toomey, Batuzak, and fierce Ted Hendricks, number 83, intimidated, controlled, established superiority. Lawrence, 70, and George Beeler, 64, sprung Mark Van Egan. When the smoke cleared, the Raiders ruled 34-13. A tribute to the organization's unwavering commitment and resourcefulness in the face of adversity. In Los Angeles in Week 12, photographers and fans alike awaited the Raiders. Coming off a Monday night game challenged Raider mind and muscle, but the response was punishing. The playoff-bound Rams excel on defense, but the Raider offense, number 1 in the AFC, chipped away. Always productive Pete Banaszak, number 40, scored once, and Mark Van Eegen surpassed 1,000 yards for the second straight year. Late in the game, a great effort by the Ghost, Dave Casper, put the Raiders ahead 14-13. But the Rams struck back against an Oakland secondary thinned earlier by the loss of George Atkinson with a broken leg. Valiantly, the Raiders fought clock and scoreboard, but their heroic efforts came up just short on both. Week 13 brought the Minnesota Vikings in a rematch of Super Bowl 11, the monumental Super Bowl where leadership, talent, preparation, and performance fulfilled the Raiders' destiny of being crowned world champions of professional football. But Oakland needed victory now to gain the playoffs. Superb blocking by Dave Dalby, Gene Upshaw, George Beeler, Art Shell, and Henry Lawrence enabled Stabler to find Cliff Branch. Special teams led by Captain Warren Bankston, Ray Guy, Steve Sylvester, Terry Robisky, and number 56, Jeff Barnes, stunned Minnesota. Linebacker Willie Hall's fumble recovery broke the dam, and a tidal wave of Oakland points poured through. Aggressive defenders were everywhere, and linebacker Floyd Rice pounced on this fumble. Raider fans were ecstatic, but there was still more to come. With big Art Shell, number 78, riding the rush harmlessly away, Ken Stabler hit for 3 scores in the devastating 35-13 win. Once again, the Oakland Raiders had won a playoff berth. Oakland's total commitment to excellence is unmistakable. 10 playoff appearances in 11 years, an awesome record of achievement. Prior to the finale, Mark Van Eegen received the coveted Gorman Award as Most Inspirational Raider. Number 76, Mike McCoy, pressured, and number 42, Steve Jackson, intercepted. Then the Kansas City Chiefs were victimized. Mike Ray to Carl Garrett sealed a 21-20 victory, and the Raiders headed for Baltimore and an unbelievable AFC playoff game. The game would be played before the largest home crowd in Baltimore Colts history. This game itself would soon make history as one of the longest and greatest ever played in the 58 years of professional football. From the outset, Raider execution was impressive, as Stabler began a classic shootout that would total 345 yards passing, as just one phase of a thundering assault.
Now the Raiders are thinking 6 at this juncture. Hand off to Davis, adjusts over left tackle down to the 25, the 20, takes off to the 15, the 10, stiff arms a man at the 5, touchdown Raiders! Clarence Davis with a quick adjustment at the line of scrimmage, powered past the left tackle spot, had a head of steam, pranced into the secondary, and left a trail of would-be tacklers behind him.
While Clarence Davis left tacklers clutching at air, Baltimore quarterback Burt Jones was reluctantly accepting the axiom, when sacked by Matuzak, discretion is the better part of valor. Like a great silver wall, Rice, Batuzak, Hendricks, Johnson, and others rose up. Then the Raiders struck again.
Second down, Stabler back to pass, throwing a deep bomb. He's got Branch against Muncy. He makes a leaping, incredible catch, gets up from the 28, and is run out of bounds on the 20-yard line. Holy Toledo, what a catch by Branch. The ball is on the 9. Stabler back to pass. Banaszak is in the game. Stabler looks, lobs one to Casper. Touchdown Raiders!
Every play was big. Ted Hendricks got a hand on this punt, and Jeff Barnes recovered. The Raiders converted the blocked punt into points and led midway through the third quarter 21-7. But the Colts fought back, finally going ahead 31-28. Time became crucial. The Raiders had to stop the Colts right now. They did exactly that. Gained possession and then calmly sent Ghost to the post.
Branch left, Biletnikoff to the right. Back again, straight drop back, pumps once. He goes medium deep to Casper. Casper makes it over the shoulder catch. He's confined at the 15-yard line. A very, very remarkable adjustment as Casper, I think, first turned the wrong way and managed to run under that high lob to the deep part of the defense.
Casper's catch was a work of art. And then Coach Madden called on Earl Mann to send the game into overtime. This AFC playoff would go into a fifth period, a period of magnificent defense. In the final 23 minutes of this incredible game, the towering Raider defense did not allow a single first down. Tension and exhaustion tapped the last resources as the fifth period became the sixth. Desire and determination were stretched to ultimate limits. But these proud Raiders made one more gallant effort, one final drive, one relentless, undeniable push goalward. Stabler to Branch for 19. Then, on 2nd and 7, a beautifully conceived play pass triumphantly brought down the curtain. Dave Casper's touchdown meant a 37-31 victory after 75 minutes and 43 seconds, the longest game in Raider history. Another glorious gem in the Raider crown. In 15 years since managing general partner Al Davis first pledged to build the finest organization in sports, the Raiders have totally dominated pro football in terms of consistent victory. In 1977, courageous general partner Ed McGaha, coaches, staff, players like Charles Filliar, Mickey Marvin, Hubie Ginn, Rick Jennings, Jimmy Warren, Rod Martin, all contributed to continued greatness. But true greatness for the Silver and Black lies in its future. When seasons like 1977, which was filled with glorious deeds and gallant hours, give birth to new achievements, big games, division titles, playoff heroics, and another world championship for these proud Oakland Raiders.